Welcome to Defending Digital. I'm Chad Warner. Today's topic, the best browser VPN. Is your web traffic protected? Do you want to protect your web browsing traffic when you're on public Wi-Fi? Did you know there are browser extensions and browsers that can protect your traffic from eavesdroppers? Let's explore browser proxy extensions, sometimes called browser VPNs, and browsers with traffic encryption. The threat. Imagine you're in second grade. You want to send a secret note to a friend across the classroom. You write your message on a piece of paper, then fold it in half. There are 5 kids between you and your friend. Do you dare pass it across the room? That scenario is similar to unencrypted network communication. If you browse to an unencrypted website, one that has an address starting with HTTP rather than HTTPS, the traffic you send and receive can be seen and stored by anyone between you and the web server. This problem has become much greater with the massive increase in public Wi-Fi. When you connect to the public Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, hotel, conference venue, or other large gathering, you could be sharing Wi-Fi with dozens or hundreds of others. Any one of them could be monitoring, collecting, and maybe even altering network traffic. How to increase your security and privacy. Let's go back to the second grade classroom. Imagine that this time you write your message in a secret code. You then drop it into a long, clear tube, and the note slides down the tube past your classmates and lands on your friend's desk. When your friend gets the note, they pull out a decoder that allows them to read your message. Even if your classmates look through the tube and see your note, it looks gibberish. This is similar to what a VPN, a virtual private network, does. A VPN sends your device's internet traffic through an encrypted tunnel between your device and the VPN service provider so that no one between can see the traffic. You can learn more about how VPNs work in the episode and blog post titled, When Do You Need a VPN, Virtual Private Network? To use a VPN, you need to install an app on your device or configure the VPN settings in your device's operating system, Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, etc. That sends all your device's traffic through the VPN. Maybe you think that's a hassle to set up and overkill for your needs. Maybe you only care about protecting some of your browsing traffic some of the time. If that's your goal, then consider using a browser proxy extension. Browser proxy extensions are sometimes called browser VPNs, but it's more accurate to call them proxy extensions because they just proxy your web browser traffic. They send the traffic through a different server. Browser proxy extensions only encrypt HTTP traffic coming to and from your web browser. All other traffic going to and from your device travels through whatever connection you're using. TunnelBear, a VPN provider, describes it as, quote, with VPN-like capabilities, this extension only encrypts your web browser data, end quote. So a browser proxy extension can protect your browser traffic from eavesdroppers, but there's a lot more we do online than browse websites. Think of the apps on your computer or mobile device. They often don't use encrypted connections, so that traffic could be seen by others using the shared Wi-Fi. That includes DNS traffic, unless your browser uses DNS over HTTPS, or DOH, which will reveal which domains you visit. For example, someone could see that you browsed defendingdigital.com, but they couldn't see which pages you read while you were there. For these reasons, I recommend using a full VPN rather than a browser proxy extension when you're on an untrusted network, such as public Wi-Fi. Many, but not all VPN providers offer browser extensions. Some of the best VPN providers don't. You can only use their VPN if you install their app or configure your device, both of which will send all traffic through the VPN. I looked for browser proxy extensions that fit these criteria. 1, available from a VPN provider with a good reputation in the security and privacy community. 2, encrypts your browser traffic rather than simply proxying it unencrypted. And 3, doesn't log traffic. It doesn't keep records of your browsing activity. Browser proxy extensions for desktop browsers include Private Internet Access for Chrome, Firefox, and Opera. This is my top choice. It has a feature called MACE, M-A-C-E, which blocks trackers. Then there's TunnelBear, available for Chrome, Firefox, and Opera. This is my number 2 choice. Then NordVPN, available for Chrome. That's my 3rd choice. It has a CyberSec feature, which blocks links to malicious websites. Other options are CyberGhost for Chrome and Firefox, WindScribe for Chrome and Firefox, and Surfshark for Chrome and Firefox. And Surfshark has a clean web feature which blocks links to malicious websites and phishing websites and also blocks trackers. Now I have links to all of these in the blog post that goes along with this episode, which you can find at defendingdigital.com. If an extension works on Chrome, it may work on browsers that are based on Chromium, such as Brave and the new Microsoft Edge. And if an extension works on Firefox, it may work on browsers that are based on Firefox. desktop browsers with traffic encryption. Instead of adding an extension to your browser, you could use a browser that has traffic encryption built in. The Tor browser uses the Tor network rather than a VPN. And according to the Tor project, quote, your traffic is relayed and encrypted 3 times as it passes over the Tor network. The network is comprised of thousands of volunteer-run servers known as Tor relays, end quote. Mobile browsers with traffic encryption. You can't install browser extensions on mobile browsers that run on Android devices, iPhones, iPads, Amazon Fire devices, etc. So if you want to encrypt your browser traffic on your mobile device, you'll need to use a full VPN or use a mobile browser that can encrypt your traffic. There are a few, but the only ones with a good reputation in the security and privacy community are Tor browser for Android and Onion browser for iPhone and iPad. Like the Tor browser that I just mentioned, these use the Tor network rather than a VPN. And again, you can find links to all the things that I'm mentioning in the blog post at defendingdigital.com. What you should do. 1. Think about how you use the internet. If you want the ability to protect all traffic to and from your device from eavesdropping, you should use a full VPN. If you're comfortable with only protecting your web browsing, then you can consider a browser proxy extension or a Tor browser. 2. Research the VPNs, browser proxy extensions, and Tor browser options that fit your needs. You can also see my questions to ask when considering VPN options, which you can find in a previous episode and at defendingdigital.com. Of the options I have discussed in this episode, my top choice is private internet access, which you can find at defendingdigital.com/go/PIA. 3. If you selected a VPN service, sign up for it. 4. If you only want to protect your web browsing traffic, install the browser extension offered by the VPN service provider. If you want to protect all traffic to and from your device, install the VPN provider's app or configure the VPN settings in your device. And 5, whenever you're not using your home internet connection or your mobile or cellular data, activate your VPN or browser proxy extension. When you no longer need it, you can deactivate it. That's all for today. You can learn more about internet safety and security and privacy at defendingdigital.com. And if you're enjoying the site or any of the podcasts, videos, blog posts, I would love it if you would tell a friend about Defending Digital. Thanks.